Yes, I would like to welcome everyone to a special edition of Just Noise coming to you on this Sunday morning. Uh, Doc, uh, King Dre, TB, and Juice, they all out on assignment. But I just want to take this time to acknowledge one thing, which is the NBA GOAT. Uh, especially that being everyone leans to the easy choice, uh, which is MJ, Michael Jordan, whatever you want to call him. And, the old heads not being able to relinquish what's happening now and what has happened after Michael Jordan. Um, and whenever you're talking about this, you get into these silly debates about the GOAT. And I say that because the Jordan, those that believe that Jordan is the GOAT, it's like the first argument out of their mouth is, uh, yes, I would like to welcome he's the, he's 6-0 in championships, NBA finals. I mean, that's a team accomplishment at the end of the day. That's a team accomplishment. Even though that does go along with the resume, uh, and they point to this and they're like, you know, he's, he's the only one that went undefeated. Okay, Bill Russell went 8-0. Uh, if we're gonna go on that argument, Bill Russell went 8-0. Havlicek Hondo went 7-0. And another thing about Mike is during the six, I'm gonna speak on this championship just for a ski taste. When winning those six, he had a player next to him, which was part of the 50th NBA greatest players and the 75th NBA greatest player, which is Scottie Pippen. He also had another player, which was part of that 75th team, which is Dennis Rodman. Very great defender. Very great defender. Pippen himself, great ball player. This is not to take anything away from Mike. But if you want to talk championships about the 6-0, let's talk about it. Then we go along as far as talking about the players that didn't have these type of things. And I know everybody can see Lakers on my chest. But before Kobe, Olajuwon did it with no Hall of Famers, no All-Stars. He had 2 titles. Kobe did it, those last 2 titles, and he didn't have no All-Stars on his team or NBA 75th or 50th greatest players on there. But it's weird how Jordan enthusiasts lean towards this. And it's a ridiculous argument. It's a ridiculous argument at the end of the day. Then they want to talk about, Jordan won I see the post. He won an NCAA championship and he won a gold medal and the NBA. Man, look here. That's cute. That's very cute. But you have players that have accomplished that same feat. So to say this man is the greatest, you can't do that because he's not the greatest. Being the greatest meaning, yes, you're putting that team on your back, you're carrying them. But let's move to before he got a Scottie Pippen or Dennis Rodman came along. You couldn't even get out the Eastern Conference. You weren't beating the Celtics. I don't care if you did drop 60-something 9 points at the guard. You're not beating the Celtics. And then the bad boys, these teams was putting you out on a consistent basis. a consistent basis. But if you're so great and you're the GOAT, why didn't you win? Everybody want to talk about what you did uh, when leading up to that 6-0. Look how long it took you to get your first title. Look how long it took Magic to get his first title. Let's try Magic's rookie year. And that it wasn't a deciding game, but in that NBA Finals against Philly, Cap is out. And Magic come in with a triple-double, playing all 5 positions. And if you are the GOAT, like everyone wants to label you, I've never seen Mike play all 5 positions. I've never seen it. And I've watched a lot of basketball, since '83, even a little bit further back. I've watched a tremendous amount of basketball over the years. And when Mike came in, and I know he was getting bounced by the Celtics and the Pistons, I still didn't look at this guy as being the GOAT. I've always perceived as a child, I seen a little bit of Dr. J, but that GOAT, which was happening in the 80s, that was Magic. 8 out of the 10 seasons from 80 to 89, the Lakers were in the NBA Finals. And that speaks volumes. And to say Mike is the GOAT, I can't do that. I mean, I just can't. Up until 1996, I always thought Magic was this guy. And then came Kobe Bryant. Everybody like, Kobe got all the moves, whatnot from Mike, and this and that. I've never seen another basketball player like Kobe Bryant in my life. It's like Michael Jordan times 10 at the end of the day. Kobe will come in there and give you the business. The worst thing you could do to Kobe is get him worked up, because he's about to work you to death on both ends of the court. He about to give it to you. Have I seen Mike take over games? Yes. Hit game-winning shots. The only little clip they got is that him hitting that buzzer beater over Cleveland. Is that in the 80s, Bird and Magic took the game to another level. They saved the NBA. They saved it. Michael Jordan never did save the NBA. Bird and Magic saved the NBA. And the NBA needed another face. So every time you turned on the TV, you watching a game or just anything, whether it was a Gatorade commercial, McDonald's, or a Nike commercial, it was Michael Jordan. I want to be like Mike. Someone asked me, growing up, yeah, you wanted to be like Mike. No, I didn't. I never wanted to be like Mike. I want to be like Magic Johnson. I'm not saying Magic Johnson is the GOAT either. But I'm definitely saying Michael Jordan is not the GOAT. There's a player playing right now. I know he gets a lot of heat. I'm not a fan of his, even though he plays on my squad. I am not a fan of LeBron James. But LeBron James is a better basketball player all around than Michael Jordan. I'm sorry. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, even though you do get this super team, a 3-headed monster, whether he did it in Miami with Wade and Bosh, or, you still have to get them to that point. And this man has consistently been to the NBA Finals. This man is putting up the numbers, a triple-double machine. LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. Better. You could take it how you want him. He's better at the end of the day. If I'm starting a team, who do I want, LeBron or Mike? Give me LeBron. If I'm starting a team and it's between LeBron, Kobe, and Mike, give me Kobe. And second, give me LeBron. Michael Jordan has been glamorized, and we've been brainwashed. Well, not we, because I'm not in that. A lot of NBA fans have been brainwashed to believe Mike is the greatest. And you've been brainwashed through the media, television. I mean, this guy's not the greatest. Yeah, I know Stephen A had his thing and this and that. Michael Jordan is the easy way out. He's the easy way out on a debate. And a more simplistic way out is talking about he's 6-0. Or he got 6 rings. Okay, Kareem got 6 rings. Kareem is still an all-time leading scorer. Kareem is top 5 in damn near every statistical category. Cap is top 5. Cap 3 NCAA titles. Mike 1. 3 NCAA tournament MVPs. Mike 0. I'm saying this because at the end of the day, I'm not going to take the easy choice and throw up a 6-0 record with someone who had Hall of Famers on his team. I'm not going to take the easy road. I'm going to take the road less traveled. And anybody that want to debate me on this, and you know who you are, you can always come join me on Just Noise. You can always come join me, and we can go toe to toe, and I'm going to lay it down for you. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest basketball NBA player, however you want to say it, of all time. Jabbar is the GOAT, period. I'm not saying that because he's a Laker. Jabbar wasn't always a Laker. Jabbar got a title with the Milwaukee Bucks. Jabbar is the greatest player of all time. Yeah, I know he doesn't have the flash and that flair of a Kobe or a Mike or LeBron. I've never seen nobody block that skyhook. That skyhook has to be the most devastating shot of all time. He can give it to you from 15, he can give it to you from 5. But Cap was a natural leader. Cap would take a team on his shoulders to get them to where they need to go. That's how good Jabbar was. And a young Lou Alcindor, oh, ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I came on this morning to denounce Michael Jordan as being the GOAT. Because as I previously stated or aforementioned, what my eyes have seen, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. If you're so great, why you never beat the Celtics in their prime? Why you never faced them Showtime Lakers and beat them in the finals? It never happened. You waited till Magic was at the end of his career. Kareem no longer playing. Bird was back issues, this and that. The Pistons already did what they didn't have to do for 2 seasons in a row, and you finally got them. And everybody clamor with, well, 90s basketball was the greatest. Nah, 80s basketball was the greatest era. You know, no blood, no foul. The 90s is whenever the NBA, yeah, you can still hand check and do things of that nature. In order to be considered the greatest, the league has to do things that transforms the game around you to make it a level playing field. Like, let's take, for instance, Shaq. Not saying Shaq is the greatest. Before, you couldn't play zone defense. If you play zone defense, people will ask, well, what is zone defense? That's guarding a man without the basketball with two defenders. And when that happened, there was a technical foul. You know, it was called illegal defense. It was illegal defense. My bad. Illegal defense. Do it twice, it's a check. And so that's what changed the game when Shaq came. Because it's like, we can't hold this man. Things of that nature is what make you a GOAT or one or the greatest. I'm not taking nothing away from Mike. He's still top 10, top 5. I'm not taking nothing from him. But what did he do to where they had to change the rules of the NBA? And another rule they had is you couldn't dunk the basketball. So when Wilt was playing, he couldn't dunk the basketball. I don't recall that rule happening when Mike was playing. Michael Jordan is not a trailblazer. He's not a trailblazer. Bird and Magic are trailblazers. Chamberlain is a trailblazer. Shaq is a trailblazer. Because it's things they've done that affected the NBA. It's things that they've done. And that denounces anything after y'all want to talk about 6-0 and league MVPs. Hell, Kareem has more league MVPs than Jordan. Then they talk about, well, he took 2 years off to play baseball. Well, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? He took 2 years off. Talk about, oh, he would have been the leading scorer all time. And said, okay, if he's that good, I remember when Kobe came into the league, Kobe didn't even play the first few seasons. But when he got the chance to start, is real funny how he surpassed Michael Jordan in points. Then they want to be like, well, take the average. Jordan wasn't even a great shooter. He wasn't even a great shooter. You know, he was a slasher. He could create, but he's not going to light you up from three like a Kobe or Steph Curry. I mean, it is what it is. And those that don't believe it are delusional. You know, oh, well, you never seen this player play or that. They have footage these days. There's no sense why you can't take the time out to go research these players and look at actual game footage these days. There's no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse. So I love whenever you tell me, oh, you didn't see this player play. But the player I did see play late in his 30s, all the way till he was 40-something years old, that was Jabbar. And I'm going to stand on it. Not as a Laker fan, but as an NBA enthusiast. As an NBA fan. Jabbar gets my vote. Because of the statistics, the accomplishments, and everything above. Jordan can't hold a candle to him. Jordan can't hold a candle to Kobe Bryant. Jordan cannot hold a candle to LeBron James. If I was ranking players right now, like I said, Jordan would be lucky if he make top. No, he ain't going to be lucky. He going to make top 5. He going to make top 5. But he's not going to be number 1. But like I said, anybody that want to debate me and come on and throw up that little 6-0 and the stats, come on with it. I'm waiting for you. I'm calling you out. If you want to test my knowledge, I'm calling you out. Come on with it. And I'm going to show you what time it is. And it's not going to be any hard feelings. It's just that I'm not going to take the easy road. I'm going to give it to you like the brat. And with that being said, I'm going to go and close out on this beautiful Sunday. Shout out to my crew members, Doc, King Dre, Juice, TB. You know, even the vast majority of us don't believe that Jordan is the greatest. Like everybody to check out the Facebook page, Third Coast Death Star Raider Nation. We will have a show coming for you. Looking for a co-host to do the show with me, talk straight Raiders. We have the NFL Combine coming up, the NFL Draft and whatnot coming up, and it's going to be a lot of Raider news to go over. But that concludes this show. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in and checking out Just Noise. Check out the page. You can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Apple and Google Podcasts, and all other podcasts, or wherever you stream at. Everybody have a blessed day.